Hello everyone, in this video I'll be sharing with you the 2026 Ford Territory Titanium at a price point of 1,335 and now it's only 1.1 million pesos. Okay guys, so the Ford Territory Titanium is mated with a 1.5 liter, as you can see, EcoBoost gasoline engine. So this is not the hybrid, so this is the entry level for the gasoline. So the maximum horsepower output of this unit is 160 horsepower and the maximum torque output is 248. So basically, you're looking at a unit that is capable even for very long drives and perfect for city driving since the horsepower output is already at 160. So this is your coolant, and then this is for your water sprinklers, and obviously you have a cover for your engine, so for more protection from things like this, like some dust. Then your battery, of course, and your fuse box and computer box. So this is a turbo, as you can see. That's why we have very good horsepower output, even though the engine is only 1.5 liters. And what's nice about the Ford Territory, even this entry level, is you already have hydraulics for your hood. So here, of course, obviously we have the Ford Territory Titanium. Most or even all of the Ford vehicles, you can assume that you have the authoritative look, but especially this Ford Territory. So for this one, you have your honeycomb grille. It's a little bit big if you compare it to other compact SUVs in the market. But here you have your front camera, you have your Ford logo. So this Ford logo being just this size, it gives it a more bigger illusion for the grille. And it's a little bit boxy also. So really, it gives you an authoritative look. So obviously here you have your turn signals and the LED, daytime running lights. These are your LED headlights and high beam. And you have your front sensors. And then a little bit of a small plastic bash plate. For the side profile of your Ford Territory, obviously, for the Ford Territory, it's a sleek design, so a little bit elegant. This is what some of the clients that are well off, this is what they choose, or they choose for their daughters or sons to use. Since, of course, every Ford vehicle, you're well protected. That's why we have heavy doors. That's for your protection. So for your mags, this is 18 inches. You have disc brakes in front. This is just protection. So we will be removing this anyway. And then, yeah, for this one, you have GT tires. So, yeah. So, for the suspension, obviously, you have the independent multi-link suspension for this unit. Very smooth ride. No questions asked. And since this is a titanium variant, you have your chrome accents all throughout the vehicle. So, these are your side mirrors with the turn signal indicators and your side cameras, which is part of the 360 camera. And then here you still don't have your fog lamps yet. So chrome for your door handles. This is to lock and unlock the unit as long as you have the key fob with you. So obviously this is gasoline. So this is yeah. And we have your roof rails. So these aren't the elevated ones, so this is sticked here. At least you can still clip or put a crossbar if you want to clip anything. As far as I know, this is capable of carrying at least around 40 kilos, 40 to probably 50 kilos. Okay, so for the rear of your Ford Territory Titanium, obviously a little bit boxy in terms of shape. And it's a little bit wide also, if you compare it especially to other mid-size SUVs in the market like the Fortuner or the Montero. It's almost the same size in terms of width. But here, You'll be seeing your third brake light here, some of your brake lights here, and your what do you call this, the tail lights. And then you have your EcoBoost badge, so certified EcoBoost. And then these are where you can see the rear sensors, your deflector lights, rear sensors, and the rear camera, which completes the 360 camera. You have your territory chrome lettering, and you have your small, relatively small Ford logo, which makes the illusion that it's a little bit big also, or wider and taller, since you have a smaller Ford logo. And you have your titanium indicator here. So since this is the entry level, our Ford Territory Titanium, you still don't have yet the one push or electric tailgate. So as you can see, there's no button to press just to close the unit, so you have to do it manually. But since we're here, let me show you a little bit of the very more than enough trunk space. Very more than enough. Wow. So yeah, so you have good trunk space, so good for your golf bags if that's what you're going to be using this vehicle going to and from. And then you have your spare tire, which is only steel, good for 80 kilometers. And you have your early warning device, you have your jack, and you also have your tire wrench. So yeah, so just enough for the emergency. Good trunk space, more than enough trunk space. So to close this one, it's manual. So it's not that heavy, a little bit, but not really that it cannot be handled by some of your kids. Okay, so getting inside your Ford Territory Titanium, we have the blacked out interior for your Ford Territory Titanium, the entry level, and for the top of the line, the Territory Titanium X, we have a cream or a lighter colored interior. But yeah, let me start here for the doors. So you have your dark blue, dark navy blue color all throughout the interior. You have your, basically this imitation wood. This is your door handle, obviously, and some of your controls here for the windows, to lock the windows, lock and unlock of the unit. And then this is for the side mirrors, and to electrically fold the side mirrors even while in transit. You have very generous, yeah, that's the term I was looking for a while ago, very generous space here for your drinks, for your documents, for your flashlights, emergency tools. And then here you have your seats with the power adjustment. So you can power adjust the seats, for the seat for the driver, including the lumbar support controls. But for the front passenger, it's a manual adjust. So getting inside, obviously we have the 12 inches touchscreen, and then your 12 inches digital instrument cluster for the top of the line. But for this one, you have 6 inches digital instrument cluster. So let me start the unit. So yeah, as you can see, it's only 6 inches here, which is the digital. So this one is just like a light or analog style. And then here you have your 12 inches infotainment touchscreen. So what happens here most of the time anyway, okay, so what happens here most of the time anyway is you connect your phone. So device management, and then you pair your phone so that via Bluetooth, Apple CarPlay, and Android Auto, so that when you want to control some apps, you can use it using your phone, or you can also control it using the infotainment touchscreen. So this is 12 inches. You have some of your driving modes here. So you have your normal mode, eco mode, sport mode, and mountain mode. So basically you have more torque, a little bit more sturdy steering wheel, a little bit more responsive engine for sport. Eco mode, it's a little bit more fuel efficient, so the engine won't be that responsive, and normal mode is for basically for everyday driving. Okay, so very nice, very classy, very elegant. And as I mentioned, the doors if you compare it especially to other compact SUVs in the market, this is a little bit heavy, which is for your protection and for the protection of your family members and any passenger for that matter. So, and then down here you have your wireless charging, aircon controls, hazard of course, and then you have your e-shifter, which is very nice. So you have the light which indicates if you're in a park, reverse, neutral, drive, and the L in the middle is for low gear. So you can activate that when you're in drive. So from drive, it will go to L, to low gear. And you can press it also to go back to drive. Here you have your electric handbrake, auto hold function, engine auto start and stop, parking assist, to off the parking sensors. This is for your volume, on and off, home button, call, pick up or drop, or call menu, music menu, and to go back. And then this one is for your cups, of course. Then you have your mini charging area down here. So you have your USB type and type C charging ports there. And then here in the middle you have some of your compartment. Actually, this is a very generous in terms of compartment space. I can even fit my forearm. So here we have a very nice glove compartment and a small cubby hole here, which is rubberized also for the front passenger. And since this is the entry level, obviously we won't be having any moonroof, which is only available for the top of the line, which is the Territory Titanium X. But here you have your controls for the lights. So, auto, off, on this side. So normally the moonroof controls will be here for the top of the line. So this one is just blank, piano black. Then this one. Second row, obviously this is one of the strengths of the Ford Territory. This is not just a driver-oriented vehicle, this is also very much a passenger-oriented vehicle. So as you can see, even just in the camera, you can see the very good space in the second row. But if you see it in person, you'll really see the advantage. At least you can ride it. And since this is a front-wheel drive, you don't have any drivetrain tunnel here. You have your aircon vents for the second row. You don't have the controls, just the aircon vents. You have your USB type charging port. And then here you have your dark leather, dark blue, and black leather for the second row. Perforated leather, so it's very nice. Less sweat or less warm temperature. Okay, so very comfortable for the second row. So the seats here are fixed, so you cannot really adjust them, but they are made for optimal seating comfort. So it's not really flat, it's a little bit tilted up, which is for the comfort of your second row passengers. And a little bit of the door or handle, tweeter speaker, then imitation wood, dark blue, then soft touch here. So some things where you can, some place where you can put some of your things, and then power windows obviously. So we have the dark blue stitching here. Okay, so that is it for this video. I hope this video was helpful for the 2026 Ford Territory Titanium. This is the entry-level variant. This month of September, this is only priced at 1.1 million pesos after the discount, of course. For any inquiries, you can contact me at 0936-994-6643. If you like this video, please give this a thumbs up. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for more similar content. And you can share this with your friends who you think this might be useful for them. Thank you so much for watching.